I've, confession, never watched The Sopranos.
That's
It's the
okay.
best comedy of the century.
Where are you?
I feel
Go
like I
ahead.
have to, because enough of my friends have seen The Sopranos at this point that I'm like, I have to.
It's a solid show. Like for so we Eric and I we live in and are from Jersey where
Yeah.
it takes place. You're
Mhm.
from Philly, right?
I'm from the suburbs of Philly, like half an hour outside the city.
Okay. So but
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. You pretty much stayed there your whole life, right?
Yeah. I eventually I eventually think that New York could be an option for me, but um yeah. People always talk to me about like, oh, you want to move to LA? I'm like, no, it's too hot. It's too hot in LA.
Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Too cold. Because you can
That's
always like put on
interesting.
more layers, but if you're too hot, you're down to skin. That's it. I can't like the only thing you can do is
Yeah.
jump in water, and I'm bad at swimming, so I'd rather be too cold.
That's a fair take. That's a fair
Yeah.
take. Do you like cities or do you prefer like a more toned down area?
I like cities. I think cities are fun. I get bored when I'm like in the suburbs. I'm like, I can't do anything. I can't do it. What do? You go to Applebee's? Half off apps
Half
after 9 o'clock?
apps.
Like that's what I did. Go to Target,
Dream.
spend money I don't have. Like at least in the city I can go to a park and just stand there.
Have you been
I don't
able
know.
to travel a lot, or is it mainly just kind of between LA and Philly and New York for you most of your life?
I've been to uh I've been to Atlanta, which is fun. We filmed both of the Jumanjis were filmed in Atlanta.
Atlanta's like the
Um
new Hollywood, kind of, right? It just like
yeah,
shooting wise. I'm
because
hearing
like
like Toronto's next.
well, Toronto is really good for indie films. A lot of indie
Yeah,
films are filmed there, and a lot of shows are filmed in Vancouver.
yeah.
Um, but LA is like TV shows and stuff, and then like Atlanta, because I think there's something to do with like the taxes there
Yeah,
that are like the taxes are low or something. But all the Marvel movies are filmed there. Um, yeah, it's a weird city. Rob visited me when I was filming the second Jumanji, and we were trying to like walk around and like do stuff. And there's like botanical gardens and there's like restaurants, but like it's sort of a city that sort of accidentally became
yeah.
like a hub.
It seems like it.
So it doesn't really have like a like the city doesn't really have like there's nothing there. It's just like these big houses and then like
I'm sure.
botanical gardens.
I'm sure it gets hot there.
Yeah. I was there in the winter though, so it was
Okay,
fine.
cool.
But it gets hot. I filmed something in San Francisco when I was like 14. That was cool.
San Francisco's cool. I went there when I was a little, maybe like 12,
Yeah.
but that was cool.
Did you like San Francisco? Would you go back
Um, yeah,
as
I
a
might.
as a
but they won't
fully grown
happen.
adult?
I might visit. I haven't been to the West Coast since I was a kid, and the
Mm.
more I think about the West Coast, the more I think I would really like it as an adult.
Hmm.
So I'd be intrigued to definitely go back. I remember San Francisco just being like really foggy and kind of rainy, and my uncle lived there at the time, and he's like, "Yeah, this is like it 90% of the time."
It's cold there,
Yeah, it gets
like
chilly.
all the time. I was there in like July and it was cold. I was confused.
What's like the coolest city you've been to? Do you think?
The coolest city I've been to?
By like, I mean like awesome, not like weather.
Oh yeah. um Man, I love Portland. Portland, Oregon is I love it there. Um but I also went to Barcelona like
Oh,
last
wow.
January. Barcelona is really cool. And like I had never been to like Spain before, and that was really tight. I'd go back there. I think there was a lot I missed when I was there because I was only there for like a week. Um, but yeah, my friend lives there, and I was like, well, I guess we'll visit. And yeah, probably American City, probably Portland. It's my favorite.
But Barcelona, that sounds awesome. Can we talk about? I'm just fascinated by this, and we don't have to talk about this if it's boring to everybody else. But that church in Barcelona that they've been trying to
Yeah,
build for 150 years.
The dude died and they were just like, well, I guess we have to keep building it.
Yeah,
They didn't stop.
They didn't stop. I think it's within the next like 10 years or so, it should be done.
Hopefully.
Which is crazy.
It's sick. It's beautiful. And like we were there and my one friend is she's from there, and so she was kind of guiding us around. And this dude comes up to us, and all the tourist traps are right there. They're like, oh, we're gonna have this party at this beach, and oh, we hear you're American. I'm like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. This seems like a scam. But yeah, no, it's beautiful, and there's cool museums. We went to the Museum of Sex, which is wild. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff there.
They have a Museum of Sex in New York, don't they?
Yes, I've walked by it a lot, uncomfortably with my mother.
Yeah, it's not one of the museums I'm rushing to go see myself.
No.